Hi everybody, it's Honest John again. Well, usually a party's national convention is chaired by the person in charge of its national committee. The Republican National Convention was chaired by Reince Priebus. And that person is also usually a featured speaker. But Debbie Wasserman Schultz will not be seen or heard in Philadelphia at the Democratic National Convention, which is fine with me. I despise her. And the reason why she won't be there appears to be, well, she might be there, but she won't be featured there, appears to be the release of about 2,000 emails by WikiLeaks, which show that top officials at the Democratic National Committee were biased against Bernie Sanders in favor of Hillary Clinton, which is not a surprise, but that they also had conversations about doing things to sabotage Bernie's campaign, questioning his faith, and which, boy, that's just the pits. That's just when you do that, because that's the Republicans' kind of trick. This whole faith thing, that whole religious bigotry thing. For Democrats to think about stooping that low, that's really lousy. But it's no secret that the DNC was biased towards Hillary Clinton, and Bernie Sanders spoke about it openly. And even though the DNC denied it, nobody really that was paying any attention thought any different. And Bernie even endorsed and contributed to the campaign of Wasserman Schultz's opponent in the primaries. Now, she should resign. In addition to not being featured at the convention, she should resign. I expect that we will hear about her resignation in a few days. And the other top officials at the DNC who were involved in those conversations should resign also. Even though none of those things, none of the smear campaign things, they talked about releasing derogatory stories about Sanders. None of that stuff actually seems to have happened. But still, national committees are supposed to be unbiased. They're supposed to treat all campaigns the same. And I don't think that can be said for the DNC this year. But another interesting fact about this WikiLeaks release of emails is that it appears, now it's not confirmed yet, but it does appear that the hack was done by the Russians. And the purpose of this release seems to be to give the Donald Trump floundering campaign a boost. This would make sense. After all, even people who despise Hillary Clinton will have to admit that there is nobody more qualified to be president than her. And Russia would certainly benefit from having an incompetent boob like Donald Trump winding up in the White House. As a matter of fact, it's not just Russia that's rooting for Trump. Al-Qaeda is rooting for Trump. ISIS is rooting for Trump. Every terrorist in the world is rooting for Donald Trump. So his base is basically the KKK, the neo-Nazis, Russia, and terrorist groups all around the world, because they would all benefit if Trump were elected president. Thanks for listening.